I personally volunteered to be in this video because of how grateful I am for what the National Benefit Authority did for me and my mother. 8 years ago, my father passed away. Then a year later, my mother, who has always been very healthy, had a stroke. It was a pretty severe stroke and it left her bedridden for a week and severely disabled for the next 3 months while she was rehabilitating. It would be an understatement to say it was an incredibly tough time for us. Without my dad's support, my mom had no one else besides me to give her the full-time care she needed. So I took a 3-month leave of absence from work and came home to take care of her. Although we're grateful she has recovered somewhat, the stroke has left her with numerous disabilities and she now requires constant care. By taking a leave of absence from work, I took on some serious debt. Also, there would now be extra costs needed for taking care of Mom. Where was this extra money going to come from? I started searching around online about disability credits and who qualified and who didn't and how much people qualified for, and truth be told, it all seemed really confusing and overwhelming. One night I remember actually breaking down and crying because I was so confused about everything and so desperate for some sort of guidance. The day after my small breakdown, I came across the homepage for the National Benefit Authority. I started reading some of the literature they had posted, and you know what? They actually seemed like they could provide some sort of guidance I needed. I called them up, and to be honest, it was the best thing I could have done. I explained to one of their benefit specialists what had happened with my mom, and after hearing what had happened, the specialist didn't waste any time in explaining the disability credit process. Then he explained that the National Benefit Authority could handle the entire process for my mom and me from start to finish. You have no idea what kind of relief that gave me when I heard that. I finally felt like there was an organization I could trust and that would live up to their word. And that's exactly what the National Benefit Authority did. They lived up to their promise of handling the entire disability credit process for us, from applying for the credit to following up with the Canada Revenue Agency on our application status, to finally letting us know when my mom would receive her credit. 3 weeks ago was when my mom received her disability credit from the government. The refund was just enough to pay off my debt and some of the other expenses, and that's all we were looking for. And I really don't credit anyone else but the people at the National Benefit Authority for getting us that check.